The tide brings a stranger. The wind had a salt-laced bite that morning, the kind that tugged at scarves and whispered of the changing season. Clara Winthrop stood just outside the door of her bookshop, holding a cup of chamomile tea, as she watched the waves roll steadily into the small harbor of Eastmere Bay. The gulls cried overhead, swooping low across the gray-blue water, and a tugboat rumbled in the distance like a grumbling old man rising from bed. Her shop, the Lantern Shelf, sat nestled at the bend of the road where cobblestones gave way to the boardwalk, the first to greet those who wandered in from the sea. She had just turned the sign to open when she saw him, walking slowly along the shore with a pack slung over one shoulder and an unreadable look on his face. He paused every few steps, as though listening for something beyond the sound of the surf. His coat was damp at the cuffs, his boots marked with sand and kelp, and when he turned toward the town, the light touched his face just enough to reveal someone who had seen more than his share of stormy days. Clara didn't realize she was staring until the chime above her shop door jolted her back. An early regular, Mrs. Allen, stepped inside with her usual chatter about the weather and the upcoming poetry night. Clara smiled, nodded in the right places, but her mind remained half on the man at the edge of the bay. He didn't look like a tourist, too warm for that. Nor did he look like a local. She knew everyone in Eastmere by face if not by name, and his was entirely new. Later that afternoon, after the rush of morning visitors had thinned, Clara was shelving a donation box of second-hand hardcovers when the bell above the door chimed again. She looked up, and there he was. The stranger. Up close, he looked even more out of place among the soft pastels and weathered wood of her shop. His coat, though sea-stained, was well made. He carried himself with quiet steadiness, his gaze absorbing the surroundings as though measuring the place for meaning. "Afternoon," he said, his voice low but clear. "Good afternoon," Clara replied, setting down a copy of The Secret Garden. "Let me know if you're looking for anything in particular." He glanced at the shelf nearest him, nautical nonfiction, and gave a soft nod. "Just browsing. I haven't seen a shop like this in a long time." Clara smiled, brushing a curl behind her ear. "It's a bit old-fashioned, I suppose." "Old-fashioned's not a bad thing," he said, stepping further in. His eyes scanned the room, lingering on a hand-lettered sign above the fireplace that read, "Books find those who need them." He stayed longer than most newcomers did. Picked up a few titles, read the back covers slowly, with a quiet reverence that reminded Clara of her grandfather, who used to say a book should never be rushed, like a conversation with someone you're just getting to know. Eventually, he approached the counter.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?